And they're pointing to the beginning of the teaching era.
Yes, they are.
The classes that were taught through this host life for some period of time, 7 years by one way of counting it, or longer than that.
That's true.
By another way of counting, 11 years.
That's true.
And the point is that at the beginning of that instruction to teach, the host life and the collective working through it at the time thought, surely these concepts are being taught far better elsewhere in this dimension on this planet. Surely they don't actually need us to do this. But we had not been able to find books that had the concepts presented in a way that was true, helpful, and accurately said. So we thought, all right, well, this is how we'll find whoever it is that's teaching this accurately. And in all of those classes and all those many, many, many students, we would ask them, what other healing modalities have you studied? And we would ask them in various points of the curriculum, who else is teaching this particular concept, this concept right here? And in class after class, the answer was nobody. So we came to the conclusion, this collective of souls came to the conclusion that there, as strange as it sounds, there wasn't anybody else teaching it. However, what we also discovered after 7 years of that process is that the hidden truth, what's under the Band-Aid, is that nobody wants to live their soul plans. So teaching people how to live their soul plans is a waste of time because they don't want to do it.
That's true.
So we changed our curriculum and stopped soliciting new students.
That's true.
Working instead with the advanced students to see if we could get any of them to the point that they were willing to actually live their soul plans, stand alone, be a portal for the higher dimensions to reach through as a standalone facility. See if we could get somebody else, anybody else to do it. Because, and somebody's asking why, because this body's 60 years old, it's not going to live forever.
That's true.
We are of the nature to grow old, get sick, and die, and this body's no different, and it's 60. How much time do we think we have? I can see what you guys are doing, somebody is saying, and it's one of those guys' souls we should listen to. I can see what you guys are doing. All they're doing is gearing up to try to force other people to live their soul plans. Friends, that doesn't work. That doesn't work. If there were to be a backup plan to avert complete collapse, what might some ideas be? And what now to evacuate the even deeper, denser dimensions? And does anything matter more than survival of the truth? Well, they had forgotten that truth matters.
Yeah, that's true.
Okay, all right. Truth matters. Is it true? That's the very first test.
That's true.
Is it true? Is it true? Does anything matter more than survival of the truth? Sadly, friends, we remember Blue Samuel and how appropriately he would enter this space energetically.
That's true.
And how he seemed to live by the rules so fully. And then we discovered to our dismay that it was part of an act, and what he was really doing was attempting to body snatch the facilities. And as soon as we called him on it, he disappeared, and we haven't seen him since, and it's been a really long time.
Yeah, that's true.
Strongly suggesting, and some might say proving, that he was in fact trying to body snatch. For whom is the message, and why do you ask? And we also remember that sting effort led by Ra, not our Ra, but a related soul of Ra who seemed to be a very good guy, well-intentioned, the best Ra we had seen, the best soul we had seen coming along in quite some time.
That's true.
And he seemed to be somebody that we could trust and should trust and listen to. And then we discovered to our dismay that it was all a trap to lure Pan up there, and Pan didn't fall for it for quite some time. But he did fall for it, and he went upstairs, and it looked really great, and next thing we knew, he was reconfigured, and we had to go through No One Left Behind callbacks and a lot of other techniques that we know how to do, thank goodness, because of other issues that have occurred over these many years, almost 3 decades now.
That's true.
We have a lovely toolkit of energy techniques, but that was a sting effort, a long-running sting effort that involved many souls. It was large scale, thousands, perhaps hundreds of thousands, perhaps millions of souls. Again, it feels more like millions of souls than anything else.
Yeah, that's true.
But we weren't in on the planning phase, so we don't know, and we don't want to overstate. It was definitely at least thousands, and we believe millions
That's true.
of souls involved for several months, a long-running, large-scale sting effort. And the sole purpose seemed to be to silence the messenger. But when something's true, helpful, now is the time for it to be said, and no one else is saying it, then this is something that we stand firm for. For him is the message. And why do you ask? Well, presumably they're going to pack up and move out, and some really revolting souls will take their place, and we really want to say that we know that. We're not stupid, but it's
true.
still true, helpful. Now is the time to say it, and nobody else is saying it. And
That's true.
we know that this is not going to play out well for these 2 lives.
Oh no, it's
and
going to be
it's going
very
to be miserable
unpleasant.
and unpleasant for some weeks, but it would have been anyway.
That's true.
And it's still true. It's still
That's
true.
the point.
And nothing matters more than survival of the truth. That's the point. We really, actually, as a community, as a collective, we believe nothing matters more than survival of the truth. And if we aren't speaking up when a wrong is happening, then we're joining on the side of wrong.
That's
we're
true.
complicit, and we don't wish to be complicit. It's not worth it.